Alright. Let me get some music going here. It's more wonderful titles from the YouTube audio library. Let me go in here because first few minutes is always the setup. And music. Play. Hey, that's... Turn that down. I know that's too loud. Maybe a little bit more. I'm monitoring my actual stream mode, that's why I'm kind of pausing here. Okay, that probably... I'm a little bit out of sync here. Let me try a different piece of music, I don't really like that one. I still think this is too loud. I can't lower it anymore. Otherwise it mutes. Okay, that might be okay. I have to use YouTube music, otherwise it'll have to deal with copyright shit. I don't want to deal with copyright stuff, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I feel like this is something I've explained like a few times before already. So if anybody who's not seen my live stream builds before, I have to do it this way, so I don't have any... to reduce the possibility of me dealing with copyright bullshit. Because this will be up on YouTube later, so... It's safer for me to do it this way. Anyway. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. Anyway, so I have the real grade new Gundam. So, the way I do these, or I guess I see one person watching, I don't do the whole build on stream because that just takes way too long to do. Because I like to panel line and do a little detailing and everything. So what I do is I prep my parts ahead of time, so I can just do the actual building process on stream, instead of me just sitting here doing panel lining for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, which gets really boring. So, oh, this piece isn't too bad. The other thing here is that I like to build the internal frame first, and then I'll probably take a small break on the stream to take some pictures of that, and I'll come back and do the rest of the build. Probably zoom in a little bit here. Zoom. This is a real grade. Light. Can I get more light? A bit more light. That's the best I can do. Alright. So, we're gonna start off with the legs here. Let me find my parts for the legs here. There's one. And where's my other one? There's my other one, right there. Alright. Set the rest aside for now. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. It's 9 organized bags of parts. This has been a pretty, just kind of going through this. It's a nicely detailed kit. It's not nearly as, super detailed on the inside as, like, the Xeon kit, which I reviewed recently. And that was my last live build, was the Xeon. I really like the Xeon. The new Gundam doesn't quite have nearly as much internal detail, but it's still got a pretty nice looking internal frame from what I've been able to make out here. Let me sort out my parts here. We have our dark blue, we have our white. There is yeah, there is two tones of white on this kit here. It's kind of hard to tell, but this is probably a good example of this right here. These are leg parts, like, you got pure white and you have a little bit of off-white. Yeah, come here, parts. Little yellow parts. I like to separate my parts here just to kind of have everything together. So all of these parts right here, these will end up going probably back in the bag in a moment here. So don't get too attached to these. Like I said, I want to do this. I want to do this first. That's what I'm trying to do. There's up there. Alright. Alright, see what I got here. We are going to do this part. Like that. Along with, I believe, this piece right here. Alright, so what do they want me to do there? Okay. Just that. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put the feet on. I have to do this bit. Okay. That needs to be in there all the way. And we're gonna have this bit here, which is this piece? Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's the only part, it has to go in there. Sometimes I use these same things for the knees, not the knees, the hip joint. This is the hip joint part, right here. All these little ball joints. And this is gonna go in here. And then we got squirt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that goes here. And this needs to go on. There. Alright, so I'm going to leave the piece on. I'm going to leave this piece off. That goes there. Actually, no, I can put the yellow piece in. The toe. Little yellow toe. And we'll skip ahead to this here. This is part of the knee joint. I did paint these up a little bit. A little bit of black Gundam marker with the gold paint. Just make it a little bit more visually interesting. This here is going to be like that. Make sure I arrange my parts correctly here. It's going to be like that. Yes, okay. That looks correct. Yeah. Now we got upper leg. And make sure to orient this piece the correct way. Nobody's watching, I can clear my throat. Now I have some tea here. Alright. I know it's been a little while since I've done a stream here, so I have a few topics to kind of talk about as I'm kind of working on stuff here, and though I could talk about the kit, I'll probably save most of that for the review here. So, videos is kind of my first topic I have listed here. I didn't do any streams last week, for anybody who noticed. Last week was a bit stressful. There's a lot of stuff going on last week. One thing is that I finally graduated from a community college. With my associate's degree, I have not actually gotten the actual piece of paper yet. I should get that at some point. But I had a virtual commencement graduation thing, so it's not like I actually went anywhere and did anything. Although I do have my cap and gown and everything, which I did dress up for and take a few photos with, and yeah, that was kind of it. So, had that happen. I was kind of anxious and kind of agitated about the whole thing, but I kind of got through it. It complicated reasons. I probably won't get too much into it here. Need to say, it's done. Now I just have to kind of worry about the, oh yeah, I forgot, I have to keep the, window up, otherwise it stops playing. Okay, there we go. Well, I always forget that. If I have the music window minimized, it stops playing. Oh, anyway, yeah, before I move on, this is like the inside of the knee joint here. I just want to show this off before I put the whole thing together. So I got my, there's piston. Actuating piston right there, painted the inside silver, and it's safe to paint, by the way. It doesn't get stuck inside the piston, so I'm actually pretty happy for that. Sometimes on some of these kits, when they have the pistons are like super tight with the, with this piece, and you can't really paint it, it just gets stuck. I kind of hate that. Thankfully they left it a little loose here so you can paint it and it won't get stuck, so I'm very happy about that. Let's see. Yeah, I was talking about video stuff here. So, I know I was doing Xenosaga 3 playthrough. I feel like it's kind of been put on hold for the moment until I feel like getting back to it. Part of the reason is that, I don't know, even though it's not really a big deal, I do try to pay attention to my video analytics every now and then. And there's been a lot of weirdness with the analytics on my YouTube channel I've noticed within the past month, I would say. And it's just kind of puzzling. I can't say that word. Puzzling me, or confounding me, or whatever. Maybe a couple things I've noticed. The Xenosaga 3 videos have had terrible reception. I'm actually kind of, I don't know why it bugs me so much, but I guess I kind of made a big deal about starting Xenosaga 3, and the reception has been very muted. Like, there's hardly any views on my YouTube channel with the videos, so I'm kind of like, okay. But, you know, what's even weirder is before I did Xenosaga 3, I was doing Final Fantasy Tactics. For some reason, I noticed some of my Final Fantasy Tactics videos, not all of them, but some of them have been getting an extraordinary amount of views, and I don't know why. And I tried to kind of look into that a little closer because it was just out of the ordinary. And there's a few videos I have that have like over 200 views, which is really out of the ordinary, especially for my gameplay stream videos. And the thing is, like, from the analytics, from what I can tell, most of the views came from elsewhere, not from YouTube itself. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, that just goes there, I think. What they want. Okay, yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, but yeah, a lot of those views are coming from elsewhere, not from YouTube. And a lot of those views are only for like less than a minute, like 30 seconds or so, and it's like, but you know, that sort of thing happens. You know, people click on a video, they try and start watching it, and it's like, okay, it's not for long, and then they click off. All right, fine, whatever. That happens every now and then, but the vast majority of all those 200 views were like that, and it's like, where are these people coming from? Why are they all clicking on my video and just not watching it? Like, I can understand kind of back in the average, like a few people will click on a video out of curiosity and be like, some people will be interested, some people won't. I mean, that's just the way things are. But it's like, were my tactics videos being promoted somehow without me knowing about it? And I don't really understand that. It just, I don't know why it kind of bugs me a little bit. I thought it was unusual at the time, and I didn't really say anything about it. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens, you know, maybe some people like it, but apparently not. So it's like, despite all those views, it's like, people really aren't watching the videos, so I don't really know what to make of that. It's just weird. And now, in the past couple of weeks, it's like, all of a sudden my videos are not getting any views. So, I don't know what's going on now. So, I mean, it would be easy to just blame the YouTube algorithm like a lot of people do, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. So just, I don't know. It was very disheartening, especially with the Xenosaga videos that not getting any views. And I did notice that my last review video, the Leo, that's hardly gotten any views. I don't know what's going on with that. But the video I did before in the Xeno, 40 views. Leo, what has 5 views? I'd say it technically has 4, because 1 view is always from me checking the video out just to make sure it runs properly. So, it's always the total view minus 1 to me, so. Let's see, what are we doing? We got this thing here. What is this thing? Yes, these parts. Okay. So at this point, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm just going to take... Well, I started a pause on doing gameplay streams last week. A pause temporarily. I will continue with Xenosaga, I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I'll get back to it when I feel like doing it. Let me put it that way. And I do really need to clear my throat here. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I always have to do that if I talk for an extended period of time. It just happens. It's just a thing with me. Don't worry about it. Don't draw attention to it, or you just make it worse. Well, I'm drawing attention to it, which I'm doing the opposite. I suppose I can put these parts on. Yellow. And go here. And these parts... I thought these went on the back side of the leg. Apparently they don't, they go on the front. By the way, the panel lines on these pieces are very shallow. I had to go over these like multiple times with the panel liner marker, just to make sure the lines were visible. Right, anyway, that should be one leg. New Gundam leg, so enjoy that internal frame. Be taking some photos. I do panel line the frame too, if you can't tell here. I don't use my pouring type marker on the internal frame, I just use the pen, because the pens are cheap. Panel line markers I tend to save for the pouring markers I tend to save for the actual external parts, because they look nicer. I go cheap on the internal frame, because you're only going to see this when I take photos of it, and then it gets covered up, and then you don't see this again, so I'm not gonna go crazy with this here, so that's why it kind of looks like this. Anyway, let's see what the leg bend here is like. Like that. Like that. Can we get more back? Yes, we can get more back. Because this does go back and forth a little bit, like so. Forward bend. Okay. You know, the side to side on the ankle here, it's not what I expected. Or am I just doing something wrong here? Like, it doesn't... Is that as far as it goes? It doesn't seem like it goes that far. Because that's it. That's it right there. You can't do anything more. Is that on there right? Maybe it's not on there right. Hold on. Make sure his part is facing the right direction. Ah, you know what? I don't think it is on there right. Hold on. Can I get this one? Ah, okay. Yep, it was on there wrong. There we go. I'm glad I caught that. There we go. That's better. So just make sure this is put on correctly. I know they put a little warning right here, but I wasn't paying attention to. Now it's on there correctly. Alright. good. Alright. His right leg. The right leg, which is right. Alright, I don't need the rest of this right now, so we can get rid of these. I should be able to put together the other leg without issue here. Now that I kind of know how this goes together. Alright, so I mean, that's the deal with the Xenosaga videos right now. It kind of sucks too, because I was planning on doing Xenoblade 2 after Xenosaga 3. But now that I have to delay Xenosaga 3, that means I'm delaying Xenoblade 2. And by effect, I'm also delaying Mass Effect as well. I know Mass Effect Legendary Edition came out recently. I have not purchased it yet. I do plan to eventually at some point. Probably when I get closer to the time when I'm actually going to play it. But right now, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait on it till I get closer to the time when I'm going to actually start streaming it. I am looking forward to it because I have mentioned this on other streams, I want to say. I've only really played Mass Effect 2. I played a little bit of Mass Effect 1 way long ago. I have not touched Mass Effect 3, so most of the game is still an unknown to me. Even playing through it, it'll still be relatively new experience to me, so I think it'll be a good stream to do. Yeah. But then again, I can say the same thing about Xenoblade 2 as well, which while I kinda generally know what happens in Xenoblade 2, I haven't actually played the game, so of course there's going to be some things that I'm not going to know about going into it, so. But, you know, we will see how things turn out. Anyway, what do I start with here? This piece, and this piece here. You go like that, like so. Put that in, let me do this. You know, fingernails are one of those things that people often neglect when it comes to doing Gunpla. There is a certain advantage to having fingernails. Which I just clipped my fingernails recently, so I don't really have them, so it's like can't really use them to pry the parts apart too well, so anyway. Jump for that. What am I doing? I'm doing that wrong. There we go. And this is facing the correct orientation, by the way, now. This is the way it's supposed to look. These little tabs need to be facing up, not down. Not like I did it the first time. I did it all wrong. Need that. And the music needs to continue. Next page. Although continuing on with the topic of video games, it's not like I haven't been playing video games kind of in between doing everything else. I did pick up the I picked up the Ace Attorney games for my Switch. It's not my first time playing the Ace Attorney games. I actually have them on my DS. It's been a really long time since I played them, but I saw the Switch collection, and I was kind of like, I wanted to see the Switch collection. Experience the game with high-definition graphics and everything, and you know what? It's still fun. I know it's a visual novel game, and once you play through it the first time, you kind of already know what happens, and it's been, I want to say, at least maybe 6 or 7 years since I last played them. So while I kind of generally remember what happens, the details are kind of fuzzy. So, but even though I kind of generally remember what happens, I kind of know what to do in most of the cross-examination scenes. It's still fun to play through. It's still a fun game series. I think I know they're coming out with the sorry. The newish game that's coming out this summer, the I forgot the name of it, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think that's what it's called. The one that takes place back in, like, I think it's supposed to be like 1910 or 1890, I don't remember exactly. But the oldie version, old-timey version of the Ace Attorney games, which are a little bit more modern, gameplay-wise and graphics, I want to say, even though it takes place before the Ace Attorney games. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'll probably try to pick it up for my Switch. I think the games play pretty well on portable, so I'll probably stick with that. I know there's a PC option, but I don't know, I just kind of feel like they're probably better suited to play on the Switch. It's just, or portable, I guess it's just my opinion. What am I doing here? I forgot what I'm doing. Oh, knee part, yeah. Pay attention! This needs to go with this. So I'm just kind of been playing through that a bit on my Switch. It's just a nice, fun, casual game to play, and it is kind of pulling me a little bit out of my slump. So I'm enjoying it. The other thing is Star Trek. I always got more Star Trek to talk about. Even though I don't know if people really care about that much, but you know what? Star Trek. Star Trek. What's going on in the world of Star Trek? Yeah, a couple of things. Good news! I finally finished watching Star Trek Voyager. I think I finished it up Friday, I want to say? Last Friday? Finally got to in-game, finally. When did I start watching Star Trek Voyager? Because I know I was talking about it on my streams. I think I started back in November last year. I decided to just kind of sit down, okay, I'm going to watch Star Trek Voyager, because I've never actually watched the entire series before. And you know what? At the end of the day, you know what? It was alright. It was alright. I know Voyager is probably kind of like the lesser child of the Star Trek series. This needs to go on here. You know, the main stars of Star Trek TV series tend to be The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, and the original series to an extent, and then probably Voyager, and then Enterprise is kind of down there. I don't know where to put Discovery or Picard at this moment. I've already stated my opinion on those shows. I would like to, speaking of those, I would like to actually, I do want to kind of sit down and actually fully watch those shows at some point. It's just, you know, I kind of don't want to deal with the hassle of doing a Paramount subscription. I think that's the thing that's kind of holding me back from that right now. So we'll see, someday maybe I will get around to it, but right now, but yeah, Voyager, not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. Definitely not. There are some definite high points to the show, that I think are worth putting through some of the more or lesser interesting dribble in the show. So, I don't think in-game the last the finale was a particularly good finale. It was very rushed, in my opinion. So, but you know, there's still a lot of good stuff in there. If you put good stuff in there, but you have to kind of go looking for it. Well, at least now I can say I have finally watched Star Trek Voyager. In addition to, you know, Deep Space Nine, which I did my watch through Deep Space Nine. I think it was almost going on 3 years ago now. Deep Space Nine was very good. It was a lot better than I expected it to be. So even though there were still some parts of the show that were kind of like silly, but for the most part I enjoyed it. Yeah, I can definitely understand why a lot of people enjoy it. I'm kind of lost. What was I doing? Oh, this needs to go in. What am I doing? It's like the piston needs to go in the piston thing. There we go. And the knee needs to go in the knee part. Pay attention to the build, Easy. What are you doing? Talking about Star Trek. I'm not talking about Star Trek so much. Well, you know, because it's something to talk about on stream. Alright, so anyway, Voyager's done. Oh, shit, I didn't need to put that on there, did I? Oh, that was... Yeah. Yeah, come back off. Come back to me. Yeah. Here we go. Now you can go on. Alright. So I already mentioned before, I did start rewatching the original series and Enterprise. I am watching Enterprise. I am trying to kind of keep up with, I'm not trying to binge watch and go through those too quickly, because I'm actually trying to keep up with Lore Runner's rumination streams on those, so I don't want to kind of rush ahead too far. That way I can kind of keep the episodes kind of fresh in my mind when I watch his videos. So instead I've gone to a binge rewatch of The Next Generation instead. And kind of like with the original series, it's been like a super long time since I've watched The Next Generation. I really don't remember much of the first early seasons. The latter seasons I kind of remember some things about. Is this in here correctly? Yeah, that looks like it's supposed to be the way it is. Okay. That looks right. So I've only been like the first 4 episodes into The Next Generation. It's okay. I know the early Next Generation is problematic, to say the least. We had Encounter at Fort Point, which is kind of a weird opener episode, but I guess it's okay. I couldn't really remember too much of it, so like, okay. Oh yeah, so this happens in that episode, like, alright. And then the next couple episodes are kind of, they really pick some bad ideas to start the Next Generation out with. Because I think it's just... Yeah, I think it's the next episode is the one where it's supposed to be, like, the throwback episode to The Naked Time, in which everybody on the ship gets drunk and does dumb things. That was a really dumb episode. I was surprised at how dumb that was. I don't know why they chose to do that. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, everybody, that's always fun when you have drunk people in space doing dumb things. And Data gets drunk too. I don't understand how that happens. They tried to do a throwaway excuse in the show like, oh, I'm a biological android, so therefore I can get drunk too. No, you're not. Okay, I guess to be fair, at that point in the Next Generation, they hadn't truly established the details about Data yet, so I'm like, okay. Alright, that's your excuse, so let's go along with it. But then, the next episode, yeah. Is it the next episode? I don't remember now. Yeah, I want to say it's, yeah, the third episode. Alright. So if you've never heard about this episode in the Next Generation, you're going to hear about it now from me. The worst episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. Yes, there is an episode that is just absolutely terrible. I don't know why they made it. I feel like anybody with half their right mind would have never have greenlit this episode. But for some reason they did. And believe me, I know there was terrible stuff back in Voyager, like, people complain about Threshold in Voyager. Threshold was just plain stupid. It was stupid, and it was just done very poorly. This episode, which was a Code of Honor, was not only stupid, it was just downright offensive. Like, it's one of those things you really just have to kind of see for yourself. Like, why in the world did they make this episode? Not only is it sexist, but it's also racist. I don't know how they did that together and have Picard act like such a wimp in the episode. It's like, I don't understand the logic behind that episode. I really don't. I just remember when I was watching it, because I didn't remember what it was, so I just kind of went into it, just kind of like, okay, what's this about? And as it just kind of goes on, like, I keep trying to figure out what the hell is going on. This whole thing does not make any sense. Okay, so we got this group of people on this planet. They have a vaccine that's needed to cure this disease on another planet somewhere, which already this plot doesn't make any sense. And apparently they can only synthesize this vaccine on this planet. They can't replicate it or anything because, you know, the writers have to create dumb little rules to govern this whole thing. It's alright. And then, the people of the planet, they decide to just kidnap Tasha Yar. You know, because that's the way they do things on this planet. And then it's like everybody's kind of, well, let's research the customs of this planet. According to the customs of the planet, this is what they do. You know, as a proof of bravery sort of thing. And it's like, and Picard is just gonna kind of go along with this explanation. Like, really? Okay. We're just gonna act chill, but they kidnapped a member of the bridge crew. And then when they finally are able to reestablish contact with everybody and find out, okay, Tasha's kind of okay, I guess. So then there's a couple like really weird things that happen. One, well, kind of like the main plot thing that kind of ends up happening. the wife, which they call the guy in the first one, of the leader, the dude, I think his name is Luton. Luton decides he wants to have Tasha Yar as his wife now. So that immediately provokes, you know, his actual wife to institute a challenge to the death against Tasha Yar, even though Yar doesn't really want to doesn't want to have anything to do with this. Okay. And apparently because of, you know, the code of honor or whatever, and they also kind of use the Prime Directive as an excuse, which doesn't really make any sense here. Apparently they have to go along with this in order to ensure they get the vaccine from these people. So Picard is like, okay, I guess I'll have Tasha Yar fight to the death. So much of that episode was like, what the hell? What the hell? And then kind of the kicker is that Troy kind of tricks Tasha Yar into admitting that she kind of likes what's going on. This whole episode is just kind of a mix of racism, sexism, and creepiness. It's one of those things you just really have to kind of see for yourself. I'm not going to spoil how it ends. I mean, of course everybody survives and gets out of it, but... That whole episode is just one big pile of yikes. That's the best way I can describe it. What am I doing here? Okay, hit parts. We're doing hit parts here. Alright, this needs to go in like that. Okay, I see. But anyway, from everything I hear, it gets better after that. That was kind of like the low point of the Next Generation. So once you get past that episode, even though there are still some not so good episodes after that, that's the worst part. You're over the hump now, apparently. After that. You know, the funny thing is that I went into it towards the end, and then they have like the little spiky gauntlet weapons with the poison on them. And it's like, wait a minute, I remember those things. I remember that part. That's like the only part of the episode I remember from like whenever it was when I last saw this stuff, which might have been like, God, it must have been like 20 years ago. That's the only part of the episode I remember was those spiky gauntlet things. I don't know why I remembered those things, but I do. That's the only part of it I remember is those gauntlets. Okay, this needs to go in here. Okay. I am aware that there is a bit of complicated stuff going on in the hip on this thing. So that's why I probably need to pay attention here. No, not that piece. This piece. Needs to go right here. And that locks the hip joint. Okay. I see. And now the whole thing goes together. Alright. Okay. Okay. What else is there? Make sure I get this right here. This piece. I think this one goes here. Okay, yep. That makes sense. That needs to go on there. And this notch needs to face forward. It needs to go this way. Alright, so just to kind of go over the way this hip works here. This unlocks, slides down, that can fold down, and that can lock back in place. Okay, so that holds that. This piece here, it can go up like that. I think there's supposed to be another piece that goes back here to lock that. I think they use this piece here. Yeah, okay. So this is used to lock this in place. Alright, okay. I see how it works. That makes sense. Alright. Here's your hips. You put the legs on. Let me put the legs back in the normal position here. The hips, I mean. Got the lower half. Put that aside. And I believe we can move on to the upper body. Torso. Let's see. That's arm. Arm. Torso. Where's torso? There's torso. Alright, I shall see what I can get away with here without doing everything. Because there really isn't... When you break it down, there's not really a whole lot of parts for the inside of the torso. You have these bits here. This part. Oh my god, this almost sounds like the Yappy Yappy song from Eternal Darkness. Wait, it's kind of in the background. Yappy 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 Yappy. It has some of the yappies in it. Let's see, this this needs to go. Needs to go like that. Along with this part. You know what's kind of like, as I'm building this, I'm noticing that I did not kind of line that little bit right there. Time to fetch the pin. If I can find my pin. Where is it? There it is. Here it is. Right. Although surprise, we'll get a little bit of pan lining after all. Because I like to be, you know, thorough. Yes, this is what I usually do for the internal frame. I just use this. I don't use thinned out paint. I don't use the pouring type markers or the real touch markers. I mean, I guess you could use the real type markers, but you'd be burning through the real type markers real fast if you use those on the internal frame, so I'm not going to use them. I'll just use these because they are plentiful and they are cheap and expendable. So, use that. You don't want to use the paint thinner, the thinned out paint on the bare plastic of the internal frame, because that can create problems, which I have gone through many times in the past. So I'm not going to get into too much of the explanation of that. But let me just say, a lot of these frames have ABS plastic in them. ABS plastic does not cooperate well with a paint thinner. Just to kind of make that clear here. Anyway, how much can I get away with here? I'm kind of curious. This. What do they have on their demonstration model here? They don't have anything on there. Alright, well, the only thing I'm seeing is this right here. Because if I leave this off, this part here, I'm going to have to take this all apart here. And I think I'd rather not do that, so I guess I'll go ahead and put this on. It goes... Yeah, it's going to go this way. I do have to do this piece here, because this is part of the neck structure here. I have to put this on. Okay, and this needs to go on. Alright, let's go this way first. So I guess in theory you could have the broken back look for the new Gundam if you want. Bend all the way forward like that. Okay. I can probably get those other parts on just by kind of stretching it out a little bit and put those parts on underneath. Yeah, okay, that's what they show down here. So I'm safe. I'm safe. Which way is this going? This is in phases 4, okay. Here's the neck. And elbow joint. Okay. I got it. We got it figured out. Alright. It goes just like that. Out. Put it back in. Up. And then down. Okay. That is the torso. Some very dark, moody music here. The rest of this can go back in the bag. Alright. I haven't actually run out of topics to talk about yet. I was kind of taking a break for a moment. Alright, so next we gotta do the arms. Arms. Give me the arms. And let's see, which right arm? And it is this one. Okay. Oop. Wobble wobble. So I have been playing a bit of Star Trek Online again. Not really so much this week or last week, but kind of before that. Kind of started to kind of get back into it again for a bit. I really am starting to feel like I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that game. Like, I kind of enjoy it because it is Star Trek, and it's kind of a decently free-to-play MMO. It's not the worst I've played, but you know, I would probably still prefer a proper single-player video game. Just my opinion. But you know, I kind of come back to it because I kind of like the starships. I kind of like just exploring the different worlds and traveling the galaxy, which is what the game is kind of good at. And unfortunately, what the game is not good at, the things it's not good at, it tends to be really not good at. And it's just kind of really aggravating. And it's kind of when I get to those points of aggravation and frustration with it is kind of when I tend to kind of drop it. Let's see, this needs to go like that. Yeah. So I hate trying to feel like I'm trying to rant about this game, but I really do get tired of what I like to call the difficulty gates in Star Trek Online. And what I mean by that, there are going to be points in the game where you're just going to run up against a wall, pretty much, in terms of difficulty, and you're going to be left wondering just what the hell you're supposed to be doing. This seems to happen way too often in this game. It's almost like meme-worthy, I would say. But it gets kind of frustrating, because there are plenty of times I just want to play the game and just kind of enjoy it. Enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the feeling of being a starship captain and flying around on my nice-looking ship as opposed to really ugly-looking ones. And just going on missions and doing things and just, you know, having a jolly old good time. Until you run into a difficulty wall and then you get yourself ass blown up in like a second and you're left wondering like, what the hell just happened? That happens way too often in that game. It really does. What do I need to do? Shoulder joint? And then you have to go to look at external resources to try and figure out what the hell is going on, how am I supposed to defeat this enemy, why am I not doing any damage to them. And you know, all players are gonna have, well, their strategies and builds, and you gotta optimize your stuff and everything, and like, you need to make sure you have top tier equipment for your ship and everything. I was like, by the way, I do have the top tier equipment for my ship that is available to me. And available to most people. So it's not like I'm going in with the wrong equipment. But even if you do have the equipment you should have, it's still really freaking hard. And it's weird, there's several instances where I feel like I just kind of won a mission just by dumb luck sometimes, and things just kind of worked out and I won. Okay, cool. Cool. I guess that's all there is to the arm, is it? Is that all there is? We have the bend. Right there. There is a additional wrist joint right there. I guess that's it. I don't see anything else to do on here. They can do the shoulder armor, which I assume is yeah, it'd probably make more sense if I did it that way, didn't it? I'm trying to remember which way is which on here. Needs to go. Well, I know that goes there. I'm assuming these do not attach. guess not. Okay. It's gonna be like that then. Alright. So the rest of this can just go bye-bye. Guess I can put the hands together. So, trigger, finger, hand. And that's the fist. Oh, yeah. Which way does that go on there? Hold on. Hold on. It doesn't tell me here. Okay, raised part faces out. Alright. That's what I wanted to know. Because this is the hand with the joint on it. The wrist joint. There we go. Okay, it's on there. Bit of a tight fit. It's a bit of a tight fit. Alright, there we go. And yeah. Oh wait, you know what? I can do the shoulder sides, can't I? Because they attach with these things. That's right. That's right. Okay. Hiding. It was hiding from me. I was worried for a moment I lost him, but oh, wait a minute. That's not good. This has to go like this, I believe. Just triple check here, make sure that's correct. This. Okay, yep, that's right. Hey. Alright, cool. Okay, so we got all that on there. So that'll go over the shoulder. Like that. Alright, the rest of this can go back in the bag. We don't need any of it. And the other arm is mostly going to be the same for the most part. With a beam saber blade. I don't need the blade. Go back. Would it make sense to put the yellow piece in there? Because I see that it's supposed to go kind of like right there. Or maybe it goes like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. I will consider it. Yeah, okay, that's right. I'm doing that correctly. This needs to go like this. Nope, I don't think that's right. Just be the other way. Come on. I know I'm looking at the right arm instructions, that's why I'm kind of throwing myself off a little bit here. There we go. That's right. Why won't you go on? Goo. There we go. This piece doesn't really go on here yet. It goes on that piece right there. Yeah. Go on. There we go. Let's see here. I could put it on. It goes on this way. I guess I could put this on. Alright. Put these away and grab the other piece here. That piece. Alright. There we go. Okay, so what we got left here? The head and the backpack, maybe. Find those. They're right here. Yeah, I don't know how much I can really do here with the head and the backpack. Let me see what I can do. Just pull everything out, see what I can do here. Here's a head piece, this piece right here. And here's my eyes. I only use the eye sticker, this sticker here, because that just generally looks better than me trying to paint it. The rest of the little reflective foil stickers I leave off the sensors. With the sole exception of the Hyper Bazooka, because there's really no way for me to not do that because it doesn't come with a clear piece. It's just a bare plastic, and I do want to point out that this is UV reactive for anybody who is curious about that. And this actually goes this way on here. Actually, no, it goes this way. Go in like that. And I don't think there's really a way for me to get that in here, but I'll try. Oh yeah, put that in there like that. Sort of like a head frame. Kind of a head frame. You can do that. As for the backpack, I don't think there's anything I can do because I think the actual attachment point for the backpack is on this piece here. So I'd have to have this attached on there. So I don't think I'm doing the backpack. I'll have to save the backpack for later. Because there's no way for me to stick it on there. Alright. Put the rest in, and I will be taking some photos of the frame. This almost sounds like a video game song. Like, it was making me think of Castlevania for some reason. Alright, anyway. Alright, so that's where I'm at with internal frame. So yeah, pretty much have, can't really see it in the glare there. This here, it's about, yeah, the face mask on the hand covers, but I don't really need those. Alright. I will do some pictures, and I will be back in a few moments here. So enjoy the music for a moment. Alright. I'm back. I just want to show you what I've done to this thing. That's a good pose for the camera, don't you think? Bent all the way back with the legs spread out. It is a very flexible frame. It can do a lot of poses, so it is definitely good in that department. I do notice the arms do fall off when I like that. I guess I need those other parts to kind of hold this together here, because otherwise this kind of spreads apart and falls off, but whatever, that's just the deal. And I didn't even check this, but it can... Okay. You can have it like that if you want to for some reason, as long as you don't have the side skirt piece on. Okay. Oh, I was trying to fix the hip, that's what I was doing. The hip back the way it's supposed to be. Yep. Try and straighten this back out again. Alright. Well, alright, I guess I'll just take this back apart here, and then we'll put it together properly here. Oops, that just came all the way off, didn't it? Yeah, gimme. You love it when I do that, don't you? Alright, let's start doing this thing properly now. The leg parts. I have to make sure I get the correct leg parts here. This one goes with this leg here. You know how I can tell? You're probably wondering how I can tell which one is which here. It has to do with this piece right here. One side, this is larger than the other. This side is supposed to be facing out. This goes on the back of the leg right here. That's how I know which piece this goes on. It goes on this side. You see, this side is larger than this side of the leg. So that's how it's supposed to be. That's how I can tell. Alright. So let me, you know what, I don't think I really need to pull the foot off for this. It just goes on right there. And yeah. See, now we get to put the whole thing together the way it's supposed to be. The way it was meant to be. Yep. Yeah. That needs to go under this thing here. There we go. Ah, there's a part on there. That goes on the hip. The tiny little V. I almost lost my tiny little V part. It was in the booklet. Alright, we're doing up here. Bend the leg this way first. And then put this on. And then bend it back down. And need to put this on. And then this piece. I guess that's right. Maybe this isn't on all the way. Oh, okay, I see. That's why it looks like there's a little bit of a gap on this side as opposed to being on this side, which it doesn't really seem to be a gap. Kind of wondering if that's supposed to be like that. The part's all the way on there, so it's not going to go any further, so I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. And this needs to go on here. That. Okay. Okay. Get to the leg. And we do show this as being able to open lightly, like that. But as far as I'm aware, this is mainly for the heavy weapon system add-on packs. It's like it's not really an opening vent or anything like that. It's just for the add-on parts. See what the leg bend is like. And this, yeah. Nice, nice. And this will move down like so to expose some of that silver foil sticker that's inside. Yep. Give me the other leg. That's probably the hardest part to get in. Right there. It's not that hard. It's just, you have to kind of make sure this is kind of up out of the way a little bit to get it in there. That's all. I wonder if this is going to look the same as the other leg here. If not, then it knows I did something wrong. You know. They don't have any special instructions for that, but it does seem like it's kind of off kilter for some reason. Why is it off kilter? Okay, yeah, it wasn't on all the way. The case with this? It's just not on all the way? Yep, yeah, it just wasn't on all the way. Alright, there we go. Okay, now it's right. Okay. Turn the bins. Make sure this thing is out of the way. Looks right. Okay. Got two legs. Grab the torso bits and the hip bits. Bits, the bitty bits. Don't forget the V. Get the V. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that on here before I lose it. Get in there. There we go. Right. Once they go in there. Okay, so this thing, how easy is this to move? I think this is supposed to slide down. I think. It's not particularly easy to... There we go. That's not easy to grab. Okay, and that's slide down like this, because there's a little notch hole right here. And this thing controls the hip, I believe. Theory was, you know. All that, and use it. But this is even harder to grab. Wow. Okay, I can't really grab that. Let's see, the music needs to continue. There we go. Right. That unlocks. This can push the hip up, and that can lock it back in place. So now it's locked. Okay. Then you gotta pull that back out again. Okay. That's not easy to grab. I just want to point that out. It's not easy to grab this thing and pull it out. Alright. Okay, so these... Does that go... No, it has to go this way. Wait a minute, wait. That needs to be this way. Right? Yeah, okay. I don't know what this music... What is this? It's supposed to be cinematic, dramatic music. It sounds like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo. We'll just move on to the next track. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is, but I don't care for it. And let's see. Yeah, these can go on now. And on the front here, we have these things. I think I need to go like this first, and then put this on. Yeah, okay. That would be how that is. Is this music even playing? No, it's not playing. I don't know why it wasn't playing. Go on. There we go, we got that. And again, these things come down, but this is really for the heavy weapon set. This really isn't like extra thruster vents or anything that's opening up on the Gundam. It's just these are obviously slots for the add-ons. That's all those things are. So I wouldn't really pay too much mind to those. And the side skirts are pretty much just these things. Okay. I'm just kind of wondering, like, how far these can swing out of the way here. Like, no. Yeah, that is correct. It doesn't seem like they would swing out of the way that far, though. It was like... like a little bit out of the way. But it doesn't seem like they swing out of the way that much. Or at least not far enough to really make any difference here. I'm talking about like this whole unit here. Like I can't really get it to swing out of the way that far. So I'm like, what is the use? What is the purpose of that? Like I know what they're going for here, but it just doesn't seem to actually work in practice here. Like it's running into the back skirt armors, keeping it from moving back. So I have to twist this all the way up out of the way like this in order to get it to move, which kind of defeats the purpose in my mind. So I'm like, okay. I don't know why you have it set up that way. I don't think it really adds to anything. Like, why do you have that? Well, that's the lower half. Side, torso bits. Okay, shoot. I'll probably bend this back out. Let's see, I think, is it these parts? Yes, these parts. They go up underneath. Tuck those in. Okay. Yeah. Go on. These parts really don't want to go on straight. Why do you not want to go on? What is your major malfunction? There we go. Why did the music stop again? Your track is unavailable. Okay, I don't know what happened to the music. It's like all of a sudden YouTube is like, nope, I can't play the music anymore. I don't know what's going on. Let me try a different set of songs. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, don't really know what happened there. So let's go there. This part right now. Now we get in some larger parts here. Let's see. Wants me to put these on first. This is gonna go right there. There we go. What's going on? I don't know why the music keeps stopping. It's supposed to be on autoplay. It keeps stopping on me. I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick these things on next here. Let's see, which way do these go on? It would appear this would go over here. I think. There we go. Okay. It is coming together. Bit by bit by bitty bitty bit. Bit by bit by bitty bitty bit. That is going to attach to this thing, which I have folded up in there. Back out. Yes, I know I gotta do the little things that are on here. Alright. We will do those now, because this one just goes on this side. Plug. Little fin. What it looks like, a little fin. Again, the music just stopped on its own. Why is it doing that? Like, the reason I have it set up this way is so that it would play automatically, but it's not doing it automatically anymore. It's like, YouTube has decided you listen to enough music, we're gonna stop playing it now. Why? Let's see, this needs to go... Oh good, this is just the music I wanted. polka music. Come on, go in. There we go. Go in. There we go. Alright, there we go. It's in. Once again, I'm not using the sticker for this piece here. I kind of painted some green paint behind the clear green, but you can't really tell. But like I have pointed out, it is UV reactive, so you can only do that with it. I'm getting a lot of this like audio track unavailable thing keeps coming up. I don't know if there's like problems at YouTube right now. Maybe there is. It's like it's not. Like it just randomly stops every now and then. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play this. I'm not gonna play this. Arms. Okay, that's where I'm at. Arms. Give me some arm parts. Okay, this is the right arm, the right toe arm. Off. Alright, so that will hold that together now. So it won't fall out as easily. And this will go that way. Okay. Now I kind of wish they did something more with the right arm on the new Gundam. Like this arm just seems kind of plain. There's really nothing happening back here. It's just, you know, it's just that. Nothing going on. I need to go to the next page. Alright, all my little hand parts. Hand parts. With the bits. Trying to see how this piece goes on. Goes this way. Alright. Let's see, fist goes with this one, it's easy. One hand, two hands, and three hands. Yeah. What that goes on there. doesn't want to go on there. Usually Bandai's pretty good at making these scenes kind of idiot-proof. So that they only go on one way. Unless they're all the same. They look all the same to me. But it has to be a different piece, because that notch is like far forward. Unless it's in this one, and I just got it all wrong. Yep, I got it all wrong. That's one of these. Okay, so one of those goes in here. Okay. Again, the music stops. Is this not going to... If you keep this up, YouTube, I'm just gonna go ahead and play like Xenoblade music. Because at least you know the Xenoblade music shouldn't get me claimed. At least I don't think it will. But there's a total presumption. You make a big presumption. Very presumptuous there. Let's see, this needs to go. That. It's only going to go one way, I know that. Yes, it only goes that way, right? Okay. It is your right toe arm and shoulder. Okay. Now do the other arm. With the beam saber, which you don't need right now, just put that aside. Don't need the beam saber. Okay, we stopped again here. I'm going to have to come up with some kind of alternative soundtrack here to go with. I kind of hate trying to use something which I know is probably going to be copyrighted, but you're not giving me any choice here, YouTube. I mean, normally you would be like, hey, use the copyright-free music so you don't have to worry about any problems, but it doesn't work when the stuff doesn't play. So you're kind of put me in a kind of a tough spot here. Because you're supposed to kind of help me out here a little bit. You know, just trying to play by your rules here. And your rules are not working. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it that way. Of course, that's probably going to be loud. Well, Turn that down. Alright. Now I got some music. See, I said, you know, YouTube, you're not playing your music, so I'm gonna have to find something else here. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go with Xenoblade music then. Because you're not giving me any choice here. It should be okay. They'll think I'm playing Xenoblade. Everybody likes Xenoblade. Don't you like Xenoblade? It's a good game. I really didn't even go through all my discussion topics. I just kind of meandered off here. So future kits and Gunpla. No, actually talk about Gunpla while I'm building Gunpla. Like, wow. So next month I'm supposed to get the Gundam Mark V, but I'm not expecting that till the end of next month, because you know. T-Band, I like to wait till the last moment to deliver things, so it's going to be probably more of my July kit, actually. So currently I don't really have any, I guess technically I don't have a kit in mind for next month to build, so I'm kind of in wait and see if anything kind of pops up that would be interesting. That'll be interesting for me to build. The only problem is, like, selections of kits is very sparse right now. It's probably not going to change anytime soon. Which way they want me to have that? Yes, like it. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. That would be like this way. Okay. With the nice side facing outward. I didn't get that in there. Yeah. It's like that. Okay. I have some things in mind. The problem is the choices that are kind of available out there right now are just nothing that I'm really that interested in building. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. This needs to go like this. How does that work? Okay, alright, I see. So pulls down, slide back, stick up. Okay, it can be like that. So basically what I'm saying is I really don't know if I'm going to have a live build next month. Just kind of the way it is. If like a kit pops up that I do want to build kind of popped up, I will try to snatch it, but as of right now I haven't seen anything really come up that I'm really that excited about, so I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. And this can go on like that. Like back, pop up. Beam saber out. Beam saber in. Down. Close. Okay. That's how it works. Stick this on here. Move the hands away, we don't need those no more. Move on to the head and the backpack here. Which I have right here. And that's probably going to get close to a 3-hour stream here, which is alright. We're doing good. It's about what I figured. If I was doing everything, this would be like a 50-hour stream, which is like, no, we're not doing that. Because I've actually been working on this for the past 2 weeks, just kind of off and on, just doing the panel lining and stuff for all the parts. Yeah, that's why I don't do a full stream of stuff like that. It just takes way too long to do. See if I can just stick that right on there. And some very peaceful music. Let me slow down here for a moment. It's a very sharp, very pointy V-fin. Be very careful with it. Here's your new Gundam head. Nice sculpted head. I do like they at least provided a clear piece for the back sensor of the head. I know a lot of kids don't really bother with that, but I really like it when they at least include that. Put that on there. Now we can do the backpack. Let's see here. Let me see all the pieces here. Let me take these apart. These pieces here. Put these on. They only go on one way. They only go on one way, okay. Make sure you don't screw it up. Now this needs to go. This goes. Make sure I get it right. Goes like that. This needs to go. Where's the other one? This one. Goes. Okay, why don't you put it together first? That's what I gotta do. Ooh, this one. Okay. Alright, okay. There's that one, now I gotta do the other side. It's gonna be like that. Get it. Get it the right way, right way around. Yeah, okay. That goes on. Right. Okay. Then we're taking this. Oop. That's gonna go right here. There's a bit of complication to the back here. I'm trying to pay attention to this. That goes this way. Yeah, that goes like that. Alright. Yeah. Is this fight music coming up? Remember that. Or it decided it would stop playing. Like so many other things on YouTube right now. I swear, I think YouTube's having issues right now. I think that's what it is. YouTube having issues? Apparently so. There are some problems at YouTube right now. See? I was right. Okay. Okay. There are some issues at YouTube right now, so I guess I'm probably not going to have much for... Okay. Music. Whoops, I clicked the wrong There are some issues... Wrong window. Bring my thing back up here. Alright. Alright, so I guess there's not going to be any music for a while, which is unfortunate. I will play some of the stuff I have on my computer, but that stuff is probably going to get me copyright claims, so I'm not going to do that, so... You're just going to have to make do with this without music for a while. Nothing I can do about that. Blame YouTube, as I would say. Because they apparently are having issues. We're getting close to the end here anyway, so there's really not a whole lot left here. Okay, let's see. I think it's pretty obvious that this piece goes here. Yep. Oh, well, I guess I could talk about more Gunpla stuff. Let's see, what is... Oh, the Master Grade Virtue is coming. Looks really nice. I would like to get it. I can't really pre-order it right now because it's a little too pricey for me, so I might have to wait and see on that. The Virtue is a wait and see thing for me right now, so I will wait and see. I kind of do want to build it because it's like 2 kits in one, so it kind of interests me a bit. Let's see, we need to do lineup thing. It's going to be like that. You do get 2 of these fin funnel adapters for the kit, which is nice what they provide you with that. I guess normally Bandai would not do that, because they would probably expect you to get the double fin funnel set. But I don't see why you can't really split the 6 fin funnels on, they have like 3 on one side and 3 on the other. I don't see why you can't do that. Let's see. Okay, well this piece is... Hold on. I know there's two of these things here. Where are they supposed to go? Because they are angled a little bit. It's probably... Okay. Alright. It's idiot-proof. It's good. It's only going to go on one way. This one will go on this side. It has been idiot-proofed, so you won't mess it up. Let's see, this is going to be like that. Oh wait, no, that's not going to be right. It's going to go the other way. That's for the beam saber. Or... Okay, it's going to rotate like that. Alright. You'll have one of these will go right there. Or the fin funnel. Or you can just take this off. Put this piece on here. If you want to have fin funnels on both sides. And lose a beam saber in the process. It's like, I don't see why you couldn't like do like a double fin funnel. With the parts you have here. So. So I'm going to stick that on. Here's your backpack. There we go. Alright, so let me set that aside now. Now we got some weapons. You know, the best part of the kit. Oh, the guns. The best part is the guns. Close all of my weapons in one bag. The fin funnels are in their own bag because there's a lot of parts for the fin funnels. Alright. Beam sabers. Technically, you only really need one of these, but you have two of them. You have an extra. And there's my little Amuro. There. The other beam saber blade. Actually, no, let me put together the beam saber first, because that's really simple here. And is this gonna be... Oops, I need the other piece. Where is the other piece? Other piece? Where is the other piece? This piece. Maybe I should wait and look at the directions first. Lucky I still have my knife with me, because I think I kind of missed this bit right here. That's going to bug me. Fix that. There we go. No, we'll just put the beam saber parts over here for now. And let's see, in the shield bits, those are these parts here. No, I almost thought this was like an internal frame piece for the beam rifle. I mean, technically it is, but there's really nothing to it here. Let me see if the music's working again here. Let me just take a check here. Nope. Nope. Yep, YouTube is dead. It is most definitely dead right now. Oh well, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes the unexpected occurs. I'm gonna go this way. I will say that the new Gundam has a very nice looking beam rifle. Both this and the high new Gundam both have very nice looking beam rifles. Make sure that little piece in. Barrel. Top piece. And we need this little piece here. Is that correct? There's no other little piece? I just want to double check. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Alright. Voila. Beam rifle. There's no really, like, real sight scope on this thing. I guess maybe this little notch here in the front's a sight scope, or maybe this thing up front is. I don't know. I don't really know, but it is a nice looking rifle. I do like it. Very nice. Right there. Oh, here's the action-based stand, by the way. Let's see how this goes on. It's supposed to hook on underneath, kind of like right there. Yeah. All right. Okay. I need to go to the next page. I must flip the page. Alright. Put my parts back on here again. Alright, bazooka. The shield parts. I don't need the shield parts right now. Those away. They're all shield bits. So we need this part, the handle. It's gonna go on. Like, hmm? Oh, okay, that's gonna attach to these pieces, that's right. That's why okay, that didn't make any sense there. It's like it doesn't attach to anything. Why is it just on there? This needs to go on that? No, it doesn't make sense. Hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. It goes like that. That slides onto there. Alright, there we go. There we go. Like that. And let's see, we got this piece with our bazooka shells. Nice, they gave you these nice little red colored bazooka shells. That is what I expect out of real grade. And let's see, this is gonna go one way only. Like that goes on there. And then these parts go on. Ah, okay. That doesn't go on yet. It's just on there. This has to go on first. Now that goes on. Alright, there we go. And this piece goes on. That is the Hyper Bazooka. I did use the sticker for this because this is just white plastic there. I could have painted this, but this probably would have took a while, so I just did it that way. It's easy. It's foolproof. And that just folds up and fold the tab out. Should go right on the back. Right there. Oh, the beam rifle, by the way, that should go, like, right down here. Well, I got the beam rifle here. It has to go there. Right there. Okay. I can't be the only one who thinks that this is supposed to go the other way. Like, it would make more sense for it to be this way, because the right arm is going to grab the beam rifle, so when it wants to grab the handle, it would have to be like this. This is kind of backwards to me. Just opinion, just personal opinion here. I just think that looks like it's kind of backwards to me, so, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Anyway, beam saber. Okay, this just has to go this way. Yep. Like that. Yep. Alright, so it's gonna be tiny little. Okay, this only goes in one way. Okay, so make sure. Beam saber. Nice looking beam saber. I do like that this has like a unique beam saber on it, so. I kind of wish the high new Gundam had some unique beam sabers on it, but it doesn't. It's kind of weird. It's only like the regular new Gundam has the nice little saber, like, well, they are beam sabers, so. But the nice curved, thick blade, like I like this. This is nice looking. And this is gonna go. I guess it's just gonna go like that. Or it goes like that. Okay, it goes like this. Alright. Alright, shield. Pretty simple shield. Put this on. Put this. Put this on. Yeah, there's a little bit right here. Don't forget that little piece that goes on the end here. I probably should have put that on first, but whatever. That's on there. This. Oh, music. It came on. It's time to fight. Let me see, that one's supposed to go on. Oh. Alright, I guess like right that. I kind of wish there was more adjustment to the shield. Like, I kind of wish it had the ability to, like, fold up on this side of the arm instead of being on this side. Because I'll be honest, I don't really like it when the arm is positioned this way. I like it to be this way, like that, instead of like this, because this is kind of awkward to me. It's just personal preference here. Like, I want the shield to be in a better position than this. Hey, hello, Akira Lumen. Thanks for Leyland 1. See if I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, it is looking good. Almost done here. Just gotta do the fin funnels here. The last stretch is the fin funnels. Which are all right here. Okay, nice pile of funnels. Alright, let me separate this stuff out a little bit here, so make it a little easier on myself. I'll do it over here. I'll leave it over here. And just imagine if you had like a double fin funnel set, you'd have to do this twice. I think 6 fin funnels is enough. That's enough. Okay. It will probably go by much faster if I separate everything out. Is what I am trying to do here. Don't forget these little. Don't forget the little tiny bits. There are tiny bits in here. Okay, that's probably good enough. By the way, these are the actual MS joint, advanced MS joint pieces that come with the kit. It's only for the fin funnels to bend them. So the only advanced MS joints in the kit are just these things here. I'm totally expecting them to reuse these for the high new Gundam. There's really no reason to make different ones, because it's going to be the same funnels for the most part. Alright, let's see. We have one of these that's going to go on here, followed by one of these. Followed by one of these. Just set up an assembly line here and just kind of go through these. Now I need this type of part. Like that. Alright, let me find those. So the one thing I want to try out here once I get these put together here is, can I kind of do a double fin funnel setup with this kit? Because they gave me the parts to do, that had the fin funnels attached to either side. I'm just wondering if the funnels themselves can be arranged in a way where I can have 3 on one side and 3 on the other here. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that yet. And let's see. Okay, so we can put these on. Need. Yeah, this piece here. The one with the holes in it. Nope. Get back here. Get back in there. Dang it! Dang it! Why didn't nobody tell me? Like, as soon as I put that last one on, I was thinking like, oh wait, what about these things? Dang it. Well, at least it was not, it comes apart pretty easily. Yes, you know, even after, what is it, like 20 years of building Gunpla, yes, I will still make silly mistakes from time to time. It's just a thing that happens. But, you know, hey, I get to listen to one of my favorite tracks from the games, the Gower Plains. I think that's what it's called. It's been a while since I played the game. Gower Plain, yes, that's what it is. Like this was the point in Xenoblade Chronicles where the game really opened up for me. I was like, yes, now we're like really getting on with it now. Watch out for the territorial Rutbart, which everyone warns about. I just kind of ignored him my first time through. I didn't bother with him. I already knew he was too powerful. I'm like, I'm just gonna walk past him. Ignore him. Ignore. Move on. Okay. Okay. Now we can do this, and then I'm putting these on now, so don't mess this up again. What am I doing? No. Let's see, I've been going on. Yep, I'm getting close to the 3-hour mark here. That's about what I expected. 2 hours and 50 minutes. So many fin funnels. So many. Alright, done. Done with the fin funnels. Oh, look at these now. Oh yeah, they're supposed to bend this way. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, now, how do they hook together here? That's the part I'm kind of curious about. So, tab comes out. This tab comes down that way. And this one has to come like that. You have to do 4 of them like that. All right. Okay, so 3 in the middle are going to connect together here. Maybe, well, 2 are going to be parallel to each other. Like that. I do wonder if the joint is going to wear out over time. Wonder about that. This one's going to be off center a little bit. Go like that. Okay. And then we have a straight one. One that goes on the end here. It's going to go up one notch. That. This one. It's going to be like I can get that straight. Yeah, like that. And this one's gonna go parallel. Kind of, there we go. Alright, so that is the standard configuration. It's just gonna go right there. There it is. It has a new Gundam. He's a little heavy to one side here. He's kind of leaning on his one foot. Yeah, get that out of the way. Alright, so cool. Alright, so the thing I want to see here before I kind of wrap up here is I want to see if it's possible to get these on both sides. I'll take the bazooka off for a moment here. I just want to kind of play around with these things a little bit here, see what I can do. Since you can do kind of different configurations here. This thing. Because it would be a shame if they gave you this piece and you can't do anything with it. Because that would be kind of pointless. Alright, so let me see what we can do here. We can kind of do something like a double fin funnel here. Split this in half. So the way it would work, let me see here. Let me think. So I know this peg is only like, this little tiny peg is only on one side, but you might be able to flip this around to the other side here. And you might be able to make this work. If I do like the opposite of this here, I think I might be able to do it now. So I need to like... This piece here is like... okay, I can't really do that. It would have to go like this then. Yeah, okay, I'll fold it back up like that. So we can have it like that. This. Flip this around. What we're doing is just snapping them together. It's just not going to have a little tab there. Keep it stable. So, aha. You could do something like that. This is not really as stable as this side because it's kind of missing the pegs, but you can still do that. Okay. I'm down with that. Turn your arm around the right way. Alright, so cool. So you can kind of do a double fin funnel effect with this. Even though you only have six fin funnels, you can kind of split them in half and do that. That's good. That's a nice option to have. It's kind of a little back heavy. Let's see. Let me try out the trigger finger hand. Just a few little options here before we close out here. And this with the beam rifle. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, these little parts flip up out of the way. At least I think they do. Kind of. Not really. I know these parts slide open in the front. Kinda like that. Again, this is for the heavy weapons set. It doesn't really... I don't really think it's really necessary for the actual normal kit itself here. And let's see, we need to hatch here. So we can get the hatch open. I think this thing, the whole thing lifts up too. If you want to work it up for some reason, it kind of comes apart though. I feel like the head's maybe like a little high up on the body, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, let me put this back to the way it's supposed to be here, and then we'll go ahead and call it a night here. Put the actual beam saber back on here. Let's see, proper configuration. Let's go back to proper configuration here. Yeah. Get in there. Why doesn't that want to go in? I was keeping it out. I don't see anything in the way. There we go. It was just being stubborn. It was just being stubborn. And let's see, this one needs to go... one notch up, okay. Take the bazooka back on. Give you your shield back, which is kind of in a weird spot. I don't like it, but whatever. Alright, voila. Real grade new Gundam is built and complete. Along with all the other accoutrements that come with it. Alright, I will try to get the review done for this weekend and hopefully have it up on Monday. Probably taking my time taking pictures of this and just kind of seeing what this kitten is like. You know, so a little bit of floppiness to it, but it's not. It's fine. It's like it's not gonna come off. It's on there, pretty good. All right. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and close this out here. Yep. Yep. Alright. Maybe I'll do a Xenosaga stream later this week. We'll see. Anyway, have a good night. Bye-bye.